This is why Garten of Banban is actually the best game out of all the other two. What do you think? I was gonna say best game ever. You're funny. You're funny. Let me go explain. So recently, not even like 2 to 3 weeks ago, Garten of Banban 3 came out, and after playing it, I was so mixed on it. It wasn't like it was an amazing game experience. It was just like, in my opinion, I felt like it was a little bit worse than the second game. It had lots of filler in it, the same just rooms back and forth. But in this video, we're not talking about Garten of Banban 2 or 3. We're talking about the OG, the one that started it all. Garten of Banban 1, the original. In this video, I'm going to be explaining why it's the best out of all three of them with many different things that, you may agree on. So without further ado, let's go talk about it. The very first thing is, it's mysterious. It has lots of I guess like not tense moments. It has lots of, I'm trying to like word it. I don't script my video, so I'm not gonna look at my whole piece of paper and be like, yo, I know what to say now. But the very first Garten of Banban game had suspension. Yeah, that's it. You were able to, you just walk in an abandoned building, or I don't know if it was abandoned or not, and a peel a bird, when you open the door, just peels her head away, just not peels, but just goes behind the door. And it was very mystery. You don't have any character, no one's talking to you, because when a character talks to you in a horror game, it just kind of ruins the whole horror bit of it, unless it's a good scary voice. But in the entire game, it was just you and your drone, nothing else. But they had some puzzles. The whole entire puzzle and design of the game wasn't as, I guess, crazy as the other two games, but it wasn't the best out there. It was just some simple drone puzzles, introducing the drone, getting some key cards. But the next thing is that this game actually made sense, when it came to the point of you going to like a daycare. It feels like this is a daycare, unlike Chapter 2 and 3, which looks like it's a Five Nights at Freddy's type mega pizzaplex all built in one place. Like, it's unrealistic. I know games are not supposed to be realistic, especially when there's big birds and big green dudes called Jumbo Jaws around, Of course, it's not going to be realistic, but at least the first game felt like you were actually in a daycare. And of course, the Peel a Bird is having like this little hints back and forth, you're seeing it in the last second, boom, a Peel a Bird comes out, it's a chase. And also, one thing again with the Peel a Bird is how a Peel a Bird actually had some good AI in it, and it was like a thought out character before we even got all those the terrible ones in chapter 2 or chapter 3 or whatever it's called, chapters or games. And I'm going to show you a video from how they like a little developing blog when they developed Bila Bird. They explain in there how the whole AI was supposed to be like a predator, and how a Peel a Bird is just supposed to stalk you before pouncing in to see if you're like dangerous or anything like that. And it's a lot of thought put behind it. You can even see in the game, and I'm going to go show you what that clip actually is so you can see for yourself.
This unrealistically applies to animal enemies as well a lot of the time. So why not try something different? We thought having a Peel a Bird act as a real predator would be something very interesting to see. We decided to have it so that it would only attack you if it felt that you were prey, like predators do. For example, when you run away from it, and when you don't harm it when it has you cornered. It only attacks when the player tries to flee or when it has taken a good look at the player. When the encounter is happening, the player is trapped in a corner with no escape.
And as you can see there is definitely lots of thought put into that. I feel like they actually thought out that whole entire sequence, but the chase that followed afterwards were pretty bad, to be fully honest. It wasn't really that much of a good chase. But just seeing how much attention and detail they put into this one character AI that was literally there for like, a few seconds into the game, and the whole entire mystery appearance of Jumbo Josh there, it felt like it was an actual daycare with some creepy things going around. Yes, the characters are not like creepy, and yes, the game still pretty much, is bad. But compared to this, game, compared to the other two games, which is just you looking at this humongous big daycare with a whole bunch of other crazy creatures and animals that can chase you, it doesn't feel the same. And even though Peel a Bird's AI is not as good as it was in the first game. In the second game, a Peel a Bird just sees you, starts chasing you. Same thing with the birds. There's a whole bunch of baby birds there. They open the door, and then a Peel a Bird just instantly decides to chase you. But then she doesn't, because she hears all her babies in the nest and leaves you alone. The whole entire predator aspect was totally taken out from the second, and I think even third game. I forgot if a Peel a Bird popped up in it. But the first game actually had that going for it, and that was it. it was gone. The reason why is because Garten of Banban had to have a whole bunch of good ideas and thoughts behind it by releasing the first game, and then the second and third was like just easily just cash grab filler games that was trying to like build a story, but in my opinion, it's just it's just a little bit not as good. But obviously, compared to every other game, Garten of Banban 1 was more realistic, more fun. No one was talking to you like Ban was. He kept talking to us in, the second and third game, and it was just very annoying. The actor wasn't even that good. The first game had no voice actor, so it was just more of a mystery. And out of all the game, I feel like the first one had more of that horror aspect to it, while the second and third literally does not at all. None of the games are scary, but the first one did it definitely a lot better than the other two. But anyways, you could tell me in comments below, what do you guys think? Do you think the very first Garten of Banban game is actually a lot better than the other two, or do you think the other two are better? Because obviously when it comes to time length, the other two are a lot longer because you have to pay $5 for it. When it comes to the first one, it's actually for free, meaning they don't have to put any trash filler in the game to just make you play longer than 2 minutes so you cannot refund it. The first game is free, meaning no need for filler, no need for refunding, so it's actually able to do a somewhat game, with somewhat gameplay. But sadly, that's not what happened, and let's just hope that Garten of Banban 4 does a lot better. I did hope that video saying, can Garten of Banban 4 actually be good? So if you have to watch that video watching me explain why I do think Garten of Banban 4 may have some hope, or how it may just be the same as the last two.